Yeah, I'd just like to read 3 poems, not in the anthology, but the first 2 of them are from a collection called Stoke, which was the last thing that I was writing in Popogrou before. I didn't turn up this time, but they're finished now. And the Stoke in these poems is kind of a way of letting me use my bad nerves to get through coping with the shit that's going on in the current global crisis we're in. And the first poem is Stoked, thinking about joining the Industrial Revolution and becoming a capitalist. And it's called Industrial Miniature. The rivers talk differently. How the time flies, what? Never not here when not here, Stoked. You appear in no mirrors, though often silvering the backs of passing shadows. What's in it for you? Maps useless, all lanes lead to factory gate, bedlam in boomtown, highways and byways of molecular drift, cotton bloom sifting as snow on blood. Passing refugees on roadways, stink of fear and fecal water reeking. Dick Whittington torn to shreds, streets paved with vitriol, abjects. Your larder is shrinking. See the fat cats dining out on Empire. Imagine you, blood sausage, pampered on quail eggs and bile, skirting edges of flood, meticulous imprint of murder chain, blanket assassination, a cheque writ large. Take it by force, a who's who of teeth. Dig out your subcutaneous fat marathon boy, back to the smaller world, out of reach. That's the first poem. The second poem is Stoked coming across the bombing of Gaza, basically, asking questions about his territory. And it's called Piling Up in the War Room. What do you occupy, Stoked, and what occupies you? What pennant is standard of your truth? Behold, your ancestral domain, homeland, motherland, pay natal. You get things done by the doing. Occupation sitting on the border of necessary bloodshed, head down into the vortex, cordite claw skull clap and death rattle. Mere accident that you live in the veil of others' tears, nestling in their cousins' pelts as they eye you from a distant hedge, no more thought than breath, and shitting out bones under mutual foliage. Your occupation is a trajectory through the nomad's terrain, sitting with death bereaved as they knit back the fringes of a burst need, drinking your blood lemonade from a rabbit's femur. Architecture born of instincts, an amalgam of snap squads running through time, in and out of permission, of accords long forgotten, transgressed at the command of metabolic engines holding the roof open to the skies. How you swerve commitment in every act of salvation from famine. You were here first, or imminent. Stencil of burrows coiled as innards, mouth vaulted and declining into a colony. And then the last poem that I'd like to read is called Swinging Postman, which was a phrase I woke up with in my head. I've got no idea what it is. I just decided that the poem should try and find out what Swinging Postman is, and it's turned into this. So, Swinging Postman. Swinging Postman, here you are with your satchel of pollen and expectations of being set on fire, torched for love. One by one the driveways, your little trail, furry proboscis sways, not unlike the trunk of an elephant blunderbust and always falling. In years gone by there'd be messengers in winged sandals or hover boots, not expecting to be shot, but often so. Now instead, you post you, I post me, it posts it. The dog, unavailable to conspiracy, posts squirrels, some inside out. Just as your mind emptied, and your letterbox smile, unforgettable. Swallowing mile on mile of sadness refurbished, how I envy you, your big long steps to the sun, even on days of rain and assassins a knife cold, hearing the susurrus of star maps. Postman, I want to squash your hat down on your head, post you through yourself 1,000,000 times. How you bring all manner of grief and love, machinery to put us all in the long eternal grave of joy, and rolling in mud baths of secret gossip, or sacred moments between things out of reach of themselves. I envy how you read the braille of trees, the skin of air on your way out, not to mention your politesse, your trick of hugging the waywardness from youth. You have millions of years on me, ancient one, papyrus logjam in your heart, You love your flared trousers that leave your calves free to breathe. Too much paper trying to be wood again, unpulped, breathing the soil, and you depart with your diagram of hot spots and those cooling, cold, and about to enter the ferny door. Wishes complete themselves silently in your sleep, long days of trudging the spine of the world, pillowcases laid out, missives, epistolary romances, a thing of the past you are, except to secret machines, deep down in the cortices, where volcanologists share their spent fear on fragments of lost love, on granules of birdsong trapped in rocks, on messages etched in our bones. Thank you.